Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing some work on the 86 Weekender. For starters, we're just going to install one of the swivel seats that I picked up with my last van purchase. And then I think I'm going to go look at some new wheels for the van. So the first thing we're going to do is take out this passenger seat and weld in the swivel base. Well, I just took out the seat and I'm running into some problems already. So I have a few pretty important things down here, like the relay for my seat heaters, the plug for my seat heaters, and all these accessory wires. When I put the seat base in and weld it, these are all going to be pretty much inaccessible. So I've got to figure out a way to make all those components still accessible while the seat base is in. I think I'll probably have to cut out some of this so I can still get in there, and maybe do the same thing on the front side, because I still want that storage space. It's a pretty useful place to put things, and I really want the swivel base, so there's got to be some compromise that I can do. All right, I got the base all mocked in. I ended up cutting this front panel off, so now I have a pretty good access to beneath the seat. On the back side here, it will be pretty tough to reach those connections, but you can reach it with your hand, and you can also reach it with a wrench from back here. Not the most ideal place for a bus connector, but it will definitely work. The next step is to tack weld all this in here. The original welds were just like 5 tack welds on either side to the original frame rails. I'm pretty sure that was done by Westfalia. They just came into the original bus and welded these plates in so that the seats could swivel. This way it's not going to really raise the seat height all that much. I am going to have to drill a hole in the middle so I can get my relay plugged in for my heated seats, because without that I won't have heated seats, and it is cold out. I can't go back to a bus without heated seats. Nobody likes a stiff swivel seat. Nobody. Well, it's not very easy, but you know, it's not terrible. And the last part, right here, as you can tell, it's kind of rusted up, but we're just test fitting it right now. We can come back later and clean it all up. And that's it. That's how you install a swivel seat. All right, and the seat is in. It came out pretty nice. It did raise the seat about 1.5 inches compared to the original position, which is a similar height to all of the Westfalias that came originally. I think the seats that are in here are just a little bit poofier than the seats in my other Westie. Before I cut the holes for the heated seats, I think I'm gonna leave it in here for a little bit and just try it out. I wanna make sure that I really like how it sits and that the seat height doesn't bother me any. So they do sell some aftermarket mounts that slide right into the original frame rails. And I found on those that they really raise the seat like 2.5 inches, which is, in my opinion, way too tall, especially on the driver's side. If you have a bigger guy or girl in the driver's seat with that raised 2 inches, it's gonna be a little awkward. Now for me, I think raising it up would be more comfortable because it gives me more distance to the pedals, but I'm also a pretty tall guy, so I'll probably put it in there on the driver's side just because I have them. You can always go back in and cut out the little tack welds and revert it to original. All right, and there you have it. The swivel base is officially installed. Now, I still have to disassemble it, sand and wire wheel every moving part of this thing because it's pretty locked up. The rust on this isn't too bad. It's mostly just surface rust, but it definitely makes everything pretty hard to move. All right, that's it. Let's go get some new wheels. Just got back to the house with my new wheels. They are monsters. These things are definitely a lot bigger than the ones I have on the van right now. So on the van right now, I have Go Westies 16-inch wheels, and they're 215 60/16. Great wheel, but I am trading them out for these 215 75/15s. These bad boys are large. Here are the new wheels. There's the old wheel. Definitely a big difference here. I just got the first two wheels on, and I gotta say, they're looking pretty sweet. All right, we've got all 4 new tires on, and this thing is sitting great. There's plenty of room on the front to not rub on anything. They're about 1.5 to 2 inches taller than my last ones, and they still have plenty of room for clearance, turning, and under compression. We're gonna go put it through its paces this week and see if they'll be all right. Hey guys, thanks for watching TinCup Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know watching me put in a swivel seat and some new wheels on my Vanagon might not be the most thrilling form of entertainment. I really just had to post this video to buy me a little bit of time to edit my next video. So we just got back from a camping trip out at Red Rock Canyon. We only spent a night out there, but the day before, we went on about a 100-mile overland trip around the Sugar Creek Loop. The Sugar Creek Loop is pretty tame. It's mostly dirt roads, gravel roads with a couple pretty challenging obstacles in the way. The van definitely had a little bit of a tough time. Luckily, I had 2 buddies of mine that have pickup trucks come with me, and they were able to, spot me, and they ended up pulling me out of one, I'm not gonna lie. So after our overland adventure and camping out at Red Rock, we make our way down to Medicine Park, and we spend the day adventuring around town, and then we go into the Wichita Wildlife Preserve, and me and Grayson just spend the day hanging outside, and the weather was surprisingly nice for the middle of January. So after spending a day out there, we just came home. So it's a pretty short trip. My plan is to post that video in a few days. But until then, I hope you guys are out doing some cool stuff in your vans, trucks, or whatever you got. That's it. Thanks for watching this episode of TinCup Outdoors. Happy trails.